You're probably quite qualified to play.
So, Pete, how are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Back after being horribly ill, and then
Yes.
then we played, didn't we, on Wednesday last? Work has been very, very, very quiet and very easy because the manager has been away, the regional manager, who kind of calls around and pesters everybody and gets in everyone's peripheries. It's been very easy. So nice.
You haven't been getting harassed every 5 minutes.
Yeah, for not doing stupid, going on a computer and clicking yes, I agree boxes, or what should you information governance training, like why should you trust information governance?
Oh, yes.
What can this kind of information be good for? That kind of stuff.
Yep. Recording in progress.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Right, Zoom witch. Here we go.
That's going to embiggen it.
It is going to embiggen it.
Embiggening.
Don't embiggen, just be good. Right. Hello everybody. Welcome to a critically average adventure. And welcome to an adventure that in the common tongue has been come to known as the Fragments. It's a D&D 5e campaign I'm playing with my friends, and these are my friends.
Yay!
Then last we saw our heroes. They were
the Southern Battle.
They were on their. They had been pootling around Mordensail, basically.
Annoying the king.
Harassing Ilin Marcel.
But were we? I mean, was we really harassing him?
I'm not sure he actually believed you were there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Are you sure we weren't just figments of his imagination?
It's quite possible that he invented all of you, and you were just he interrupted his own drawing with figments of his imagination. You still have a proper hair. And then you had had a little convo with the king, and previously you had agreed to head into the area that was formerly known as the Underreach to with
never called a Cinderetch.
With Lord Malflevin, I believe, to go and sort of go on an investigative CSI investigation type thing to see if you can figure out what this file was all about.
Would it be CSI investigation if investigation is already in CSI?
CSI investigation.
Crime scene investigation.
Well, let's be honest. There's Ferrari made a car called La Ferrari, which is the Ferrari. So
fair enough.
CSI,
sorry.
I think CSI is the name. I'm thinking of the show, aren't I? Really?
Yeah.
But that is a department.
And it would be CSI Mordensail, surely.
CSI Mordensail. This is it. Yeah. We just need to get some sort of 80s rock tune now, like down, down, down.
Wait. Do we all get badges?
Copyright-free music.
Do we all get badges?
Ilin Marcel has drawn you up in his little sketchbook, little badges that say CSI Mordensail. Yeah, little sheriff badge. Just brilliant.
I want one.
Okay.
They have one. I want one.
Right, CSI Mordensail. You are heading out of the King's Chambers, and you've made your way down, and Malflevin is dressed at the bottom of the King's Tower, awaiting your arrival, and you've kind of made your way through the hallway.
Can I just say, Jackson, Charlie, when we're in the presence of the king, perhaps talk to the king first before his servants? I mean, just a thing. I mean, maybe it's his house. Would you, if someone walked into your house, would you prefer them talk to you first before, say, talking to the kettle or whatever? Yeah.
I don't have a house.
Jackson, you're not that stupid.
Me either.
You're literally a royal. You have a kingdom. There's a difference.
You do.
Yeah.
Would you prefer people talk to you when they walk to the
No.
You talk to the people that need talking to.
And to be honest, if the people came to my house in where I lived and they came to talk to me first, I'd be in big trouble.
Oh, okay. Well, your history I do not know, so apologies if I've made assumptions.
Yes, Killian.
But
That's
fair.
a rather strange statement. I mean, why? Because you're you're a prince, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Oh.
so the king is the one that they should go and speak to. No?
Queen.
Oh,
Ah, a matriarch.
beg pardon?
A matriarch.
What?
A female-led society.
Oh,
Like, whenever we come here, we go and see Mama Oos first.
I just thought that was because you really like food.
I think that's partly to do with it, Erwin.
A little bit. A little. Is that getting big? Can we advance from little to large, huge amounts? Can we? Yeah, okay, better. Oh, I want to actually see if Galror, the chief rat catcher, is still around in Underetch.
Mhm.
If he's around, or one of his rat catchers, we may get a better look on what was going on above ground when we were underground.
And you've got Mab. Don't forget about Mab.
Yeah, I'm going to look into Mab, trust me. I hope she's still alive.
The dresser,
Oh, lady.
the fabricator
Chamber
of,
pots.
of
Yes.
the jug that
The milk jug that turns wee into milk.
anything, well, any material into them,
Okay.
any liquid.
Wait. What about the guy that disappeared on us? That you couldn't see anyway? That was just hands?
Hoop.
He made his way back,
Hoop
didn't he?
Nobody Johnson. Yeah, he left. He did a runner on you, didn't he? Well, he didn't leave a runner. He left you at the edge of the.
He wouldn't
where
go
he
into the
started to
underedge.
feel a little bit, a little bit out of his depth when you started
Yeah.
investigating round the back of
Oh, that's right.
to
Just-
find the
Just
symbology
remembered about him.
about the
Oh,
eyes.
that's nice. Where did those gloves go?
It's like, wait a minute. I swear I had gloves somewhere. Just start patting down.
My good adventurers. As you reached at the front
Ah,
of the,
yes.
as you reach the front of the thing. Ready once again, heroes, to embark on another adventure, I'm sure.
Yes. Hopefully to,
You look
Killian, are you
doubtful,
okay?
Killian.
It was the voice.
I'm checking behind Killian to see if there's not a young child hanging onto a tail again.
No, they've been told they're going to learn to fight, so they're like, yeah, we're off.
Yeah, I get that, but you had that sudden look in your face. Is there some sudden clamping force on the tail? Young child suddenly clamped itself on?
No, that's Eggy.
Oh, I see.
Good day, Lord Levin. I know we've already met in your chambers earlier, but yes, are you ready to accompany us on our way through the Underedge? We intend to seek some clues and some information if we can. Well, yes, I'm ready to go. What about the rest of you? Do you have all the things you need?
Pat myself down? Yes.
I just need to make a quick kitchen stop.
As if by magic. As
Mammoth.
you say, no. As one of these pages that you've seen scuttling around
Oh dear.
arrives with a small sack. You
Oh.
take the sack from them it's like a white cloth bag.
Small.
I mean, small for Killian.
Yeah.
So
so I could climb inside and live like a king.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
this is a kind
Yeah,
of
just wait. You
This
said
is-
small.
this is a 3-star apartment throwaway.
Adequate.
And
Adequate
as you
gardens.
take it, and you kind of put your hand underneath, out of the top little knot wafts a good huff of baked goods.
Thing is, they're not for me.
Oh yeah,
For once.
Yeah,
if they survive.
off into the. Anything you'd like to do while you're still inside the walls here, folks?
Rethink my life. No, fine.
Off into the city. True, you go. A more there is a slightly more somber feel, and the markets are starting, obviously, because the trade must still continue. However, it is very much based on one side of, it's bunched up a bit more. It's cleared away from the area that has been destroyed by fire.
And half the city burns, well, a quarter of the city burns down.
Indeed.
Suddenly people get very interested in like property prices and flammability of those creosoted roofs.
They are they're definitely setting their stalls next to the ones made of nice strong stone, sturdy buttressed buildings.
Bucket and water sales are going through the roof. It's amazing.
Yeah. There is a brand new stall, in fact, set up with. It's basically buckets full of snow and a fire, and he is selling buckets of freshly melted ice water, the best in Frohast.
Guaranteed to put out a fire fast.
Yeah. And as you proceed through,
The thing is, one idiot will buy it as well.
More than one.
you see at the stall,
Yeah.
Ilin has bought 6. I'm taking it
He's
back to the
hired
king.
3 other thugs to walk around just with buckets of water, just in case.
As you walk through, can you all please make a perception check?
Hey, the first bad roll of the night. Let's see.
Oh, jolly.
8.
8 in total.
Yep.
16 from me.
Ooh,
Look at you, double digits.
what's that, a jibe? Look at you, double digits.
13.
13, 16. Charlie, what did you get? Because I haven't got your page up because I'm an idiot.
Yay.
Jax,
Yep.
you notice over everybody that there are a lot of eyes on you folk. Like as you walk, people are looking up from their business and kind of following you, and then they're turning to their friends and saying, "Look, you see, that's them. Like the stall holders and people walking by, and then you'll see like a couple of little kids like kind of giggle and run, and then they'll tap their friends on the shoulder, and there's like a little, like a little buzz going on. But the rest of you are completely innocuous to this.
Completely oblivious.
Yeah, oblivious to this effect, and
It's like, ooh, cloud.
Bearing in mind it's not Jax's strong suit.
yeah.
I try Jax does have a lot of strong suits. Can I try sort of, and I'm thinking it's probably an insight read on what they seem interested with. Is it sort of hostile, not hostile, what?
Yeah, roll an
fear,
insight,
yeah.
straight up insight. Do insight, then we'll see if you get a read.
Single digits.
Yes. That's what I like to see.
7.
Not Jax's strong suit.
Jackson, you can't work it out, but I would say you're quite used to, even in you get a couple of glances. You're tall. You are, above average build, and you are orcish, so you draw eyes just because of your sheer mass, but this amount of attention is maybe a little uncomfortable.
Uncommon.
Yeah, uncommon, definitely. And it's not just, you see that it's not just you that this level of attention is being drawn towards, but the mass of the four of you, like the group.
Okay. Like, I'm gonna sort of, as we wander through the market, I'm gonna probably just sort of pick someone at random that is pointing.
You.
And basically sort of veer off and head towards her and be like, what?
Just walk up, they like point, and they're like, and you grab the end of the finger that's pointing and say,
Oh, I can...
what are you, what do you say?
What? As in, what?
Could I have my finger back?
Okay. Why are you pointing at us?
Well, you're them, are you not?
What's Jackson doing?
Them who?
I don't know what he's doing. He's wandering off talking to that person over there.
That person looks a little bit scared.
He's talking to Jackson, and he hasn't met Jackson. This individual says, "You're them, aren't you?"
Them who?
The ones that, well, saved the rest of the city. And the bridge, I heard as well.
We helped with some of that.
Yeah, and there's a rumour told that you defeated a great army and burnt a forest.
There was a forest fire. We ran away from a big scary spider monster. A big army? Is that the fish people?
Yes, it rose up from the ocean.
Well, we went to their place first and we fought some, but some of them got away and then they killed a lot of people in Esteland.
I told you it's them. He turns to his companion and says, it is them. Look, getting the inside scoop here. From the mouth, from the font.
Do any of us hear any of this going on?
You're a little... it's a quiet conversation. It's not...
It's Jack. It's not that quiet.
Yeah, I
One
was
side
like,
is quite loud.
If you walked closer, yeah, you'd probably kind of pick it up.
okay. I will start heading forwards though, only because this guy's talking to Jax.
As you go over, you pick up C from the font of knowledge, from the font itself. Horse's mouth.
You calling me a horse?
A
At
turn.
which point I'm Jax. That's when I arrive.
Catch his arm on the way back.
If I were to call you a horse, you would be a stallion.
I love how you can see Matt's brain going at how would Jax respond to this.
No, Jax is going to look a bit confused.
Yes, no, yes, that's perfect. Yeah, no, yes.
And then someone like that person that they're talking to, they're kind of locked to you, but the one that they were talking to kind of sinks off and starts speaking to other people. Yeah, that's them. Yeah.
Well, what do you want to know then?
Not anything. No. We're just. It's not every day you meet heroes or see heroes, and I've met heroes. That can be in my tale. That can be part of my story. I met the heroes of Mordensow. Well, that should get me a couple of rounds.
Sorry, my lord, I'm going to go rescue Jackson from himself.
Anyway, as I was saying, Levin, Melora's... and like you can see Levin like, yes, yes.
He's good at this though. He's trained for this. He's like,
The diplomatic.
I always look interested.
Yeah, like it's literally like
he's doing a shopping list in his head, but yeah.
He's like adding up every broken beam as like you see cracked floor tiles beginning to appear as you traverse through the more damaged area, and like that'll cost a bit, that'll cost a bit, and then Charlie's like, when Melora comes and the wild mother treats one with roughness, it is a sign of that she's caring. She's honing your shape and becoming more. Yes, Charles.
He has much to teach us. Mr. Jackson,
there is a wedding happening apparently.
At 8:15 in the evening.
That is the sound of. Well, maybe they're just having a little bit of bell practice. We can hear the church that's happening. An hour and a half. What, a mile and a half away?
Yeah, about.
Yeah.
8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, the church bells are now.
Probably the bell ringers practicing or something.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rock and roll.
In the summer they do it at like 10. So.
Yeah. Paul Church bell ringers. Thank you very much.
We live in the art centre nowhere.
I know the area.
Yes, Erwin?
Don't mean to be a party people, your newfound friends. Hello. But perhaps we want to be moving on. You know, things to do. We've only got like a tick-tock, certain amount of time before we have to, away.
Okay, hang on a minute. Do you want to come with us for a bit? Because I've got some questions for you.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, they can join us, of course.
But my stall.
Oh, well, yeah, good point.
Can't you
We can come back.
Yeah.
At which point I turn round and I'm like, you. And just point to a random person that isn't at a stall.
Okay.
I'm like,
Person shopping, but what?
watch his stall.
Make an insight check.
Make an intimidation check, or like, don't steal his stuff.
Is it you?
Yeah, well, and I think like insight.
You turn around and go, you, the thief, come look at his stall. All right.
Insight or intimidation?
Insight first.
Suck on that.
The first person that you point to, you go, you! Like just looking over your shoulder. This does not person.
This does not person.
This does not
This
person.
does not person.
This does not person the way a person should person.
Is it Jim? Is it Jim? Is it Jim?
You have a strong suspicion it might be Jim.
Is it Jim? Is it Jim? Grabs a Jim by the hand. Is it Jim?
Is it Jim? And then I'm just like, Jim?
This person doesn't personalise.
How did you? How did you know? As this kind of elven person shrugs at you. What? What?
Oh, how do you say lamppost or something like that? How did you know? Lampposts don't have moustaches? Oh.
It's like, the glasses with the fake nose and the moustache that you get all in one.
Or it's someone like looking through a newspaper, but it's just the newspaper.
Oh, it's a newspaper on the face of him, and he's looking with his own eyes. He doesn't realise. Or I think a person that elves don't have ears that tall. They're literally like 2.5 feet high.
It's just like, Jim, really?
Yes, what?
What are you doing?
I'm just shopping.
Harry?
Oh, right, okay, look, I was following you a bit.
Why?
I thought we were going to do, like, Revolution and stuff, and now I'm just a bit, like, lost as to what to do, so, like...
Right, here's an idea for you.
Carleth's going to go off to...
I've got a job.
What?
Watch his stall.
Shopkeeper, you say?
Yeah.
Boom, and he's an exact copy of the other guy. Oh,
I'm not dealing with that.
This jig.
Yeah.
The other guy grabs Jim's face, and he's like, "Do I really look that old?" Yeah. Hey, Jim.
I love Jim. Yeah, you do.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, the years have not been kind. And this chap's trustworthy. I'm trustworthy. Of course I'm trustworthy.
And you.
Still, I'll break anything. I'll have your fingers.
All right, Killian. Easy. Easy. Crikey. And then Jim does an impression of the other guy. Roll up, buy... What is it you sell? Silks. Roll up, buy the finest silks. And Jim starts building up the patter, and the actual stall holder is able to come with you guys, and you start proceeding along.
So, were you like in the area when the fire started?
No.
Where were you?
Where were you when it happened?
Engaged. Elsewhere.
I just lean down and I'm like, wrong answer.
Intimidation?
Okay.
What?
You don't say, when Jackson asks you a straightforward question, you don't say engaged elsewhere. You just, no. Oh no. 9?
Like,
I came out like game show host. Wrong answer.
he says, yes, otherwise engaged.
What do you mean?
I was not.
Were they nice? Carol.
Well, I'm not quite sure what you're insinuating.
I wasn't insinuating anything. I was tacitly saying it.
So were you at one of the brothels?
Julian's isn't really a brothel.
That's a yes.
So I high five. Or like high 3.
Fantastic. I picked myself back up. What the hell was that?
As you suffer 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, take those off.
No, I'm kidding.
I just hold my hand down for him to hit.
Yeah.
We're looking for whoever set the fire. So do you know anyone that was in the area?
Or would have been.
Or should have been.
Well, the area of the underedge is you would know. And he gestures to Erwin. Ill repute, I think, is probably the most polite way. See, some of the more well-to-do people enjoy
Slumming it.
yes, slumming it, roughing it, some people might say, and one of the places to do that would be at the Dove's the Dove's pleasure.
No doubt. Plenty of coin to be spent. And no questions asked, no matter what. And if you happen to be a well-to-do person who caught in an embarrassing situation where your wife doesn't want to know, blackmail material. So, fun.
I think there's a song somewhere about 24 blackbirds baked in a pie. This is
I don't know it.
This is more like one white bird who has feathers
Fingers in too
in
many
many
pies.
pies.
One white bird in lots of pies. It'd be a very interesting pie.
A big-ass bird!
How do I explain to someone? This individual has many interests spread far and wide.
Do you know anyone that's seen them, like, in the last couple of days?
No, I'm not one to frequent there. Julian's is more to my taste.
Do you know anyone that does go there so we can have a chat with them?
No.
Insight.
You can if you want.
Me?
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Or you can if you want, if you're listening to the conversation as well. You can either assist Jax or insight
I
yourself.
think at this point we're just surrounding him.
Yeah, we're just like,
Oh, I kind of assumed we were sort of,
We're walking and talking. We are walking and talking.
But he's probably like sort of pincered between Jax and Killian.
Yeah, these two massive wolves,
And
one
then
of orc flesh and one of white scales, and there's this silk trader like.
He's met his heroes. Never meet your heroes.
and then there's just this goblin that keeps like running every now and then to get a couple of paces in front, and then it's like.
I'm used to this. Though. Run up, say something just to
Hey,
speak.
so, yeah, no clue.
Come on then, Kills. Show us what
Save
you
the
got.
day.
Oh no! This is where I get another 3, isn't it?
Yep.
A 16.
16.
Okay.
This guy, he knows. He knows someone.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, one sec. I can hear a child.
Okay.
Carry on.
Yeah. So,
Well,
is there anything Erwin would like to be doing while?
I will be looking for rat catchers. Either the boss man himself, the giant dwarf, is probably looking forlornly at the old Yeti's pelt. This is probably still. Is the Yeti's pelt still around? Has it not been burnt to the ground?
The Yeti. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you could be heading towards that area if you wish to.
It's on the way, at least. Well, in as much as it's in the right district.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the outskirts, but yeah.
Yeah. It's not deep in.
No, it's a good marker to see how big the fire was, to see how far it got to the Yeti. 'Cause I know it's right on like the border.
Yeah, that can be a good aim. So as you're moving, you're going to be looking out for this individual. Or one of his workers. I assume they have like a rough uniform. Yeah, rough uniform. Yeah, go for it. Roll that perception check that I create.
Perception check. There it is. 11. Double digits. Yay.
For 11.
Yes.
You don't see any evidence of any of the individuals that you're hoping to see. However, what you do notice is the rats. When you kind of glance down the alleyway, you see the things that they were supposed to be catching, and if you remember back that when you were down below, there was little rodential activity.
No, there's lots of everything else activity. Yeah, I got why the rats came upstairs. It was terrifying downstairs.
What?
I go to Charlie. Charlie,
Yes.
apologies. I'm just going to go down this alleyway for a second. I'll catch you up.
Would you like some company at all? I'm sure we'll catch up with the rest of them.
Yes, sure. I'm just going to speak to some rats. I'm going to try and speak to some rats. I don't know why, but I think I'm going to try.
If you say so, I shall accompany you. And Charlie will follow on behind, and as you kind of move into this narrower alleyway, there's your goblin form, and the camera's looking out, the kind of silhouetted little goblin, and then Charlie behind, and his kind of like grey robes that hang down, and you're proceeding round looking for a rat.
Yes, a large gathering of rats. I don't know why I'm doing this, but anyway, move on.
Okay, as you you've already seen some with that perception check, so yes, you don't need to make a survival to track them or anything.
Nope.
There are some there. What would you like to do?
Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Yeah, I'm going to try and link minds to them and have a conversation with them. I don't know I'm going to see if I can even do this. Let me check on my abilities. because it probably can't. But
On Link Mines,
yeah, that's a good question. So I hope. Let me just find it because
see if you can.
it's
Because it's
in here
not speak
somewhere.
with. It's. I think. Oh, does it have to understand a language?
Good question. But that's what animal handling and trying interpretive dance variations thereof. Can't find it really. All right. Class features. That's the one. Psychic powers, psychic whispers, there it is. Harbour, yourself, nature, that's not that one. You can establish telepathic communication between yourself and others. Perfect for quiet infiltration, yes. That's an action. You choose one creature, or one or more creatures you can see. Yay. Doesn't say characters, creatures.
No, creatures.
Up to a number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus, which is 3. And then roll a psychic energy dice. The number of hours equal to that. Okay, put it.
Can't use this telepathy if it can't speak any languages.
You and your creature don't need to speak a common language to speak and understand each other. Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, but it says the creature can speak.
The
Yeah.
creature can't use this telepathy if it can't speak any language. The creature in the communication.
Rats don't speak a language. D&D.
Okay, fair enough. Ooh. Oh, see if they're
I
intelligent.
would allow you to track for a bit if you wanted to try and investigate what they were up to. If you were.
Yeah. I just know the D&D world is like you see a lot of rats. They're looking very suspiciously. Brain rats. Yeah.
I have used cranium rats in a different campaign.
Oh, this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have.
They were naughty.
I will investigate the rats.
Okay,
Track
so
them.
yeah,
Follow
so it's
them.
going to be a survival to sort of
Okay.
find what they're doing, trying to understand their
See what happens
geometry
here.
within this.
Oh my god, look at that. 19.
Oh. Mm.
I know. Plus 6 in perception, roll low. Plus 3, roll high. Yay.
You kind of. You're watching them for a while, pootling down the end of the alleyway, and you try and stand as nonchalant as you can next to
Yes.
rats, and Charlie does the same, mimicking you, and you look down, and you can see them, like, sniffing at the edge of there's a gathering of them round the edge of a drain of sorts, like like with a grill that is
Yeah.
small enough for a rat body to slink between, and they're
Yes.
kind of whiskers or a twitch, beady eyes looking from one to another, and then all of a sudden one will boop, down into the hole, and then hop back up, and then it will. And then another one will kind of duck down. And it's a little bit longer. And then it's back.
Okay. Watching.
And this proceeds, and then like 2 will go down, and then a group will come back, and then they'll go down. And eventually, through this kind of sieving process, gradually these rats all disappear from view and are back subterranean.
Fascinating. I go up to the grill, have a look down, sniff down. I don't think I can spot anything, but I wanted to give it a look-see, just in case.
So as you kind of put that your long nose to the
I have
grill,
no problem getting on the floor yet.
there are the usual smells you expect, but there's also that heavy smell of smoke, and maybe even a little bit of still of that. Not where it's smoke, but rather where there's ash in air,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
The acrid, woody smell. you
yeah,
get,
yeah. It's post fire. It's not currently burning or smouldering, but it's there. But
Charcoal. Yeah.
yeah, that's what you get when you're at the edge of this hill. What do you make of it, Owen?
They're cautiously going back underground. Whatever's underneath there was forced them to the surface. Now they're testing their way back down.
Returning home.
Reclaiming their kingdom, I guess. But...
Well, maybe we've solved the rat problem as well.
Yeah, yes. But still, I can still smell the smoke. And the acrid smell of burnt things.
It's only been but a day, Owen. That smell will cling to the clothes and to the soft fabrics and to the walls of this very place for weeks to come.
Yes. Let's just not hope it's lingering underground.
Yes, I believe it'd be wise to check that it's not something that still smoulders beneath.
Let's catch up with some friends.
Indeed.
God knows what they've done to that poor silk seller.
What have you done to this poor silk seller, Jackson and Charlie?
Oh, I was waiting. So, like, I didn't notice, but Gillian did. So, it's on you.
Oh yeah, you rolled a good insight, if you remember, on this guy.
Jack didn't.
And he was fibbing that he
Didn't know anyone. Is that the...
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I had to do mum duty. You'll have to... So it was the insight on...
The silk seller.
It was when he said he didn't know anyone that
Who was frequenting
the Dovey's place.
Oh, okay.
all days, if you
Yeah.
want to.
So I kind of put my...
You sneezing or not?
I was going to, then it's got away. I put my claw on his shoulder, but kind of... You know where you just kind of do that and like...
Yeah. This is a very slim individual. You place hands and you can feel through those wonderfully positioned silks, collarbone and that clavicle is, yeah.
You can just gently feel it crushing into fine powder.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much for these Dragonmore things.
Oh no, I'm not even like squeezing. It's just a little bit of pressure.
It's like
pressure.
I'm holding you firmly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are
Please be
secure.
aware that I am here.
Yes. What would you like to tell this individual?
I don't tell him anything. I just kind of turn him so that he faces me and just look at him. But I make the like ice
Oh, your ice breath.
come up through my nostrils.
Yeah,
You know,
like-
where it just goes.
Yeah, it just kind of comes out a little
Yeah.
bit, and even in this this cold climate, that still turns to like little crystalline bits of snow, and then falls
Yeah.
onto his like silks, and then like
Melt.
he's hot, he's panicking, and then you like notice these little damp patches appear on the front of his silks. This kind of like yellowy.
Speckled.
It's peach, this kind of thing, and then it's like goes like darker peach. And he's like, so you make an intimidation check? Is this what you're
Yes,
doing? Yeah, go
I
for
am.
it. Lovely role played.
Ah, 23.
Oh my god.
I may no.
When he says May, my, like, you know, the like,
A little
they're not
closer.
quite eyebrows, are they?
The ridges.
Yeah, they just kind of rise.
The
a bit.
ridges
They're like-
that serve you as eyebrows rise up.
Yeah, it's just May, really.
And he says, well, there are a couple. Certainly, some of the traders. I mean, Lady Umbra, for example, and one of them probably would be best not to say, but
Names.
Thackelbrow.
Oh, wait a minute.
Archibald.
The very same.
Where's they? Where are they at?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Who should
that
they-
My notes for him are hilarious. Guy possibly involved in Lord Levin's kidnapping. Human, strangely tanned. Slimy, weedy guy. Controls
Strangely tanned.
caravans.
Yeah.
Have you looked? Is he a Romany gypsy? Is that who you've based him on?
No.
It's
I
like
haven't actually,
strangely
no.
tanned. Controls caravans. Definitely a Roman.
No. Well, that would be what's the
So like a
what's the
pikey.
race called from Ravenloft?
I've got to check that. Never met him with our house.
Oh,
That can walk between the plains
yeah.
of
My
Barovia.
God.
There is a kind of
Yeah, they're basically Romany,
subset
but
of human that is kind of quite closely based on the kind of Romany gypsy, but they're kind of like what are they called? That's going to bug me. It'll come to me in a minute. He mentions these two names, Lady Umbra and
Where have we heard that name from before?
She was the one we followed in on the wagon, wasn't it? She was the one that was
Vistani,
in.
yes. Lady Umbra was the one that was cooking out on the ice.
I bet it was her that stole my crystal.
Well, she was the one you showed it to, wasn't it?
No. Did I? No, I showed it to someone else.
No, you weren't. On board. What actually happened in that situation was some tea was made by Lady Umbra for Sarah, and they were on board their little cart wagon type thing that was hanged with things, but you weren't present there. But you did get your crystal out on the ice, and there were. She was
one. Was it she had the polar bear pulling her wagon?
Some bears.
There was also Umbra Falstank, who was the satyr, who we've not seen since. Because he ran off.
Umbra.
He was the one that we rescued from the
Drider.
Yeah.
Drider. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in the
He was in the forest.
yeah.
Just the other side of the bridge.
Lady Umbra, she was the tinker gypsy sled pulled by polar bears.
Yeah. I knew I'd heard that name, and that's why I was like, wait a second.
Yeah. So yeah.
And he was a tiefling.
Yeah.
And she had a cat with bat ears that was called Footpad.
She had a what?
She had a cat with bat
bat
ears.
called Footpad.
Did I miss an episode or something at this point? Like,
This is
Sure.
This was probably just before John joined.
Yeah, it was. I think it was that.
It was on the bridge. It was on the bridge.
That
Because
halfway
I think it was
the
literally the
roundabout.
episode prior to John joining.
Oh yeah, it would be the night you were camping, wasn't it? The night you stopped halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah, the night before,
John
and then we had then you had breakfast with Erwin.
okay, now I know where we are. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So these two names are mentioned to you, Dick Hills.
Yeah, and we know of those two people. We have met those two people.
No.
We haven't met Tandu, Archibald.
We haven't met Thacklebrow.
No.
Popeye, don't you dare.
You have not come across this individual at all yet, but
We've
you have heard the name
of-
mentioned by Levin.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So
and the
we've,
kids.
And the kids.
right, so we've heard of Thacklebrow. We have met
Umbra.
Lady Umbra.
Lady Umbra.
And Umbra Fullstank is the
Satyr.
satyr.
Dog. What do you
So,
want?
like, you know these people, and they're traders here in the market, and they go to the Dove's place.
You misunderstand. I know only by reputation of Thackelbrow's visits. But yes, Lady Umbra has been known to frequent visit the Dove's abode at all
But you
days.
don't know where either of them are.
No, I after the fire, I retired for the evening to Julian's and spent my evening there, and then gathered my things from the stores and market in the morning. I haven't seen them this morning.
But you would, so you do see them, you know them to see them, and you'll have seen them in the markets before.
I would know Lady Umbra by both of them by sight, but I'm not familiar, if you know what I mean, with Thacklebrow. A step above my station.
Okay, I'm gonna. Are we sort of still going through the market area?
Yeah, you're heading towards the Pelt.
I am going to trigger my giant size, giant's might, and get big. So I can look over the top of the market, the stalls.
Yeah.
I want to look for Umbra's sled thing with her polar bear.
Please make up a lovely investigation or perception.
Perception.
Yeah.
Do I get advantage because I'm like big and can see over the top of everything?
No, you can't, because remember the buildings around here are like 4 or 5 stories tall.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm looking over
In
the
the
market.
market area.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Fair.
Yeah, go for it. You know, a bit of advantage. Go on. A little bit of tasty tall advantage.
Just because I need it, because I'm awful. Well, I rolled a 4 and a 10, so 11.
Yeah, 11.
Double digits, though.
Double digits.
Curse you.
Thank you. Advantage.
Yes, 4 was the first one.
You don't see it here, but when you're looking, you kind of remember that with you you have a modern Salian. As you're looking,
From very high up, a little ant going past your look.
yeah, there is a modern
And
Salian
also him
with
down
you.
It's
And
like-
you have 2 modern Salians with you. In fact,
two
you
of
have the individuals.
In fact, you're so big, you just like sweep your hand across and get a whole dozen of them.
We've got Lord Levin.
4,
and
yeah, you got plenty. You got
3 of them.
3 modern
On a
Salians.
copia.
There are ways, is what I'm saying, that you can.
Yeah, I was curious whether or not her wagony thing was in the area.
You don't see it immediately, but that might be because you're not familiar with it, or you literally cannot see it right now.
That's fine. That's fair enough. Owen,
Ow!
you know Mrs. like Umbra, like she's a red lady. She's a tiefling. She tinkers stuff.
Yeah,
She has a big.
in your knowledge.
The Umber. I know of her. What about it?
Do you know where she lives? I was wondering if her cart thing was here. She lives in it.
Know roughly where she parks up when she's around.
Should we go and have a look there?
I don't think you're going to fit.
It'll fade in a minute. It'll be fine.
I love that. I don't think you're going to fit.
Okay, stride monstrously this way.
After about 50 seconds, I'll shrink back to Jackson.
Yeah. At this point, the finger pointing and the attention is now quite blatantly obvious to everybody because you have a giant Jackson now marching through this.
The only reason I knew Jackson grew is because I heard a scream.
Yeah.
This giant head just rising above the coop. What's that?
Through one side.
You know what? I sometimes wish I wouldn't do that in public.
Charlie's like a little bit sort of, hello, good morning, and Lord.
I've picked an apple from a store and I'm just stood there like, just watching people kind of look up at Jackson like in awe and fear, and I'm finding it very amusing.
It'd just seemed the easiest way to sort of see if I could scour. You know, it's what I do in
Silly
shops. I go
scour.
up on tiptoes and look over the top of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if I could grow sort of, twice the height, it would be easier.
So let's work out where we're going. are we going to the pelt as you suggested, John? Pelt first?
Hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, did Lord Levin specifically take any guards with him, like I asked him to? Is there a couple of guards with him?
No,
he gone on his Todd?
I think he assumed that you were going to be his.
Okay. Before we go anywhere then, I turned to Lord Levin, because technically we were going away from the Underwitch, we're supposed to be going towards it, so...
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to drag him around the city, he's technically in charge. Mr. Levin, Lord Levin, sir.
Yes.
Apologies for this little side track, but my gigantic friend here is looking to
Yes.
see the Lady Umbra, see if she's around, and I think we need to go to the area near the Yeti's Pelt to get a good measure to see just how far this fire went.
Yes, there are stores there. There are places for bedding animals and things like that. So, if her stall is drawn, I believe Umbra bears.
That's what.
Yes,
Polar bear.
Polar bears. Yes, indeed. They would be able to be kept in one of the stalls near the pelt, I'm sure. If this is part of what you believe is necessary, I shall try and take stock as we go.
Yes, and then we can move further in. Lord Levin, do you know any of the rat catchers? The folks around here? Or do you know of them? Do you know their uniform and their badge?
There is a deep sigh.
That's a no, fair enough.
No, it's not a sigh of no. It's a sigh of most definite recognition.
So there's no... I don't... It's like...
It's like when you ask a teacher, do you know of this kid? And it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Galro.
Well, he's one of them. I'm looking for him or his men. Women, boys, girls, the usual.
Indeed. I think the whole city has been looking for him for quite some time.
Well, I'm not actually technically interested in him. The old soak is just the old soak. He's the only one that's been given the unenviable job of looking after the rest of them. I'm looking for one of his others. One of his employees. They, local knowledge, they would have been above ground, and when we were underground, they would have been above ground applying their trade.
Well, the pelt is often the hangout of certainly of Galro, and many of his minions or some of his little underlings can be found in the with a bowl of broth there, quaffing. Maybe that is where we head then.
Well, if you see one on the road as we walk, point him out.
Okay. No, he didn't see anyone.
Oh, hold it in. There. Oh, yeah. The one behind you. Oh, shit.
He's just behind your giant friend's leg.
Hi, dear. It's like, he's right there, picking himself out of the snow.
I shall keep my... He says, most definitely, I will keep my eyes peeled. Eyes peeled.
Thank you. Yes, we head towards the Yeti's Pelt and the usual parking space of the Umbra.
Yeah.
Lady Umbra.
So, where you're heading now is more like where the animals are kept when the store's been set.
Yeah.
And that kind of lies slightly behind into the side of the pelt. As you arrive at the pelt, can you all make a perception check?
I can roll a perception check. Can I make a perception check? Oh, double digit. That's good. 14. Someone got a 20.
I got a 6.
Yay!
Do you hear music?
I got a 12.
And as you draw closer, each of you start picking up the faint hum of music and joviality. Like, this is a morning after a disaster, and there is music playing. And as you draw close to the door, you can smell that seeped in smell of ale on the steps that lead slightly down to it, and then the door is also thick with it. There is no pane in the glass that was glass at some point. There is a board across where there was pane as you approach the pelt.
Well, they didn't survive unscathed, but they're right on the edge of it. And music? Who's playing music? Oh, I'm ready to find out. Rock up to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Can I barge through the door?
Before Owen? Okay.
No, I'm going to use Erwin as the battering ram.
I get to the door like this, and suddenly I'm like.
No, of course I'm going to go before Erwin.
Okay, so you.
I'm not going to squish him against the door, am I?
Mm-hmm.
Like, jeez.
You try the door.
I don't try the door. I just
Open the door.
shove it.
Maybe a clanging sound of
It's
a
not
bar.
even that. It's shoulder.
Oh.
Really?
Strength check.
Wait. What?
Strength check.
You're just going to charge.
Strength check.
Yeah. Like shoulder bars it.
Killian doesn't know how to approach a pub.
Apparently he does. Chicka.
Smith.
I've arrived. Let's get the party started.
14.
You crack into the door. There's a moment where your shoulder feels like it's going to pop out a joint, but then it goes crack off the hinges, flat.
I'm there in the snow going.
And you hear this kind of sound of an accordion go.
A mournful path of an accordion going down.
And then. And then there's like this kind of big cheer. And flagons are smashed together, and you are past a flagon of ale.
So the Jackson and Charlie go, Killian has found his people then.
Now this looks like a situation where Killian might thrive. Now, you watch this, Erwin. This should be quite interesting.
I intend to, from the rafters, far away.
I take the ale and I go straight to Charlie. I'm like,
Killian, no, it's far too early. I'm child-minded.
I rest it on Eggy's head. So he has to take it then. Owen's like, I'll have it. Like, there.
I do this, but no one notices me.
Yeah, so
What you're presented with inside here is this low-ceilinged establishment. The bar is one of the ones that kind of come down from the ceiling and has a bar. So there's stowage here. So you've got a narrow space to deal with barkeep within.
Slot, yes.
And there is a stage at one end, and then there's a kind of, you hear right from the top. And then there's a.
You're enjoying that way too much.
sounds like
There's a swinging, and the music starts picking up, and then someone goes and collects the door, and then there seems to be a convenient set of screws and nails that are just beside the door for this very purpose, and then the repairing the door once again.
So, during the commotion of the beer passing escapades, I would like to have used this commotion to sneak in.
Stealth check.
Okay. This has got very musical all of a
It
sudden.
concerns me when you get this into it. I'm like, oh no, 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 no.
I got 13.
Let's see what.
There is a reason we are called critically average.
Yeah, that's
the number.
not good.
That is the number. The 13 is the number. You do not see any eyes upon you as you
Good.
as you
I shall
mingle
climb,
your way
sequester myself into a position where I can observe, and I'm specifically looking for the Berem, the white-aproned human who was managing the bar last time.
Yeah. There's Berian, and then there's
Oh, cool, he's still here.
he keeps kind of popping in and out from a room towards the back. There is an attendant on the bar, a kind of typical buxom bar wench type individual.
Is her name Mags?
No, it's not Mags the bar wench. There's not a red dress in sight, and if it was Mags, she would not be in employ. She would never be employ. She would be the manageress. This would be her place.
She'd be in charge of
She'd
that
be in
joint.
charge, and there would definitely be lots and lots of artwork of her around.
Yeah.
There is not, however, but this maybe half elf is serving, sort of handing out the drinks and passing little tokens back through a slot in the wall. There's like a stack of different tokens, and then she's picking one up and posting it through the wall, and then when Beren comes out, he replaces the token, and he's got like various, like this thing, and he's got another thing, and like soup.
Is it all drinks, or is there drinks?
Oh no, Beren is bringing solid is a relative term. He's bringing out bowls, and the bowls contain a substance that
kind of resembles soup.
Yeah, well, there's you from where you're watching, you kind of understand that the different shade of token, it kind of relates to a different level of viscosity of the bowl.
Grim.
That comes out.
Grim.
So it's kind of like thin.
Sorry, city slickers.
Thin.
Ain't no fancy chow here. It's brown hot and there's plenty of it.
Yeah, it's like I'll have a thin one. I'll have gelatinous, or I'll have cut with a knife. This is various kind of peas pudding
Brown.
of sorts.
Various kind of brown. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, what is the clientele? Because they're having a lock-in, it seems, with food. So, who are these people? Peopling.
As you look, you see some crap guards.
Hey, crap guards are everywhere.
You
Well, I'm
can
not
see some of the rat catcher folk.
Oh, handy.
And can you make me a perception check,
Oh, yay.
please?
Perception check. Roll this,
Erwin?
roll it, and I
Erwin.
get... Ooh, 18. Sorry, 18. Here we go. Oh, stop that. 18.
As you... is that 18 in total?
In total.
Okay. So
Oh, if it was 18, if I rolled 18, that'd be massive, isn't it?
there is... You make out that in this space there are places to be hidden.
Yeah, not surprised.
This might be a place for shirking any sort of work, and in those dark corners you're not quite able to work out if there
Well,
are...
that's what stealth is for. Sneaky.
At the moment, where you are now, you do not witness if anybody or anything is happening.
Well, I shall require to move like a ghost.
Okay, please do so.
I am tiny. Let's see if I can work on me. Oh God, that's not good. 16.
16. As
Mr.
you
I roll
proceed
20s.
to one of the darker corners, you see a pair of bright eyes flick up and look straight at you.
Oh, I'm going to totally do a performance check. Essentially, just like, did he hold nonchalant? Oh no. Okay.
It's just like, oh, this is just my party trick that I'm balancing along a beam. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Or
yeah,
like
that's-
he can act drunk and be
They're gonna roll against that with wisdom.
This is gonna be performance. This is gonna be hilarious. Come roll high, right high, 10. Double digits. I'm impressed.
Sadly, they see through it and see that you were trying to look into the corners, and
okay,
this
fair enough.
individual from beneath the white cape that they wear, like a white hood,
Oh shit. Wait, oops. Yeah.
begin to run, like pushing through the people and out towards the door that should lead somewhere towards
Okay,
the kitchen
quickly.
compound.
This might be an initiative thing, but I'm going to quickly can I see Jackson? Can I see Killian from where I am?
Yeah.
Is it possible?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Mind speak. I activate it. I quickly roll a d8. See how many hours. Because I have to do this bit next. Roll.
child.
It'll add for 4 hours. So
Hello,
okay,
Ram.
good one. You see. Sorry, quick! The person went towards the door. Who was sneaking around. He took one look at me and ran away. The one in the white robe. In your head.
So are they
Yeah.
heading towards the front door?
Back door.
The back door?
Back door. If there
Back
is
door,
one.
back door, back.
Go.
You see them, the person he's talking about.
And now you are directed towards that area. You see quite clearly because most of the colours in here are dour and of the brown and green and sort of stained palette. This cape is not. This cape is white.
As white as me.
As white as the top of your thigh.
No, I meant as in Killian.
Oh no! I'm sorry. Okay, yeah.
I've got a very Jaxy action for this.
Okay, we're
Charge!
let's roll for some initiative, and then we'll have a quick break, and we'll do this running. So we
Ooh,
get
this
the
might be the
initiative
white. This might be White Wing. Ooh, this will be interesting.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Was this initiative? You say?
down. Yes, please.
Oh! I like me some initiative. Let's roll this.
I
That'll be fun.
20.
I rolled 19.
Yeah, Jackson.
I also got 19.
No, I rolled a 19. I got 20. I'm at +1.
Oh yeah. Well, I rolled 19.
And are you not got any plus on yours now?
No, you rolled 15 +4.
Yeah. I got 19. What am I saying?
And what was yours?
3.
3.
Someone has to.
3.
Cool.
The Charlie's a what?
I haven't rolled Charles's yet.
Oh,
I thought
I would
that
have
was
done Charlie's.
No.
I would have done Charlie's. I would have added Charlie to my mind speak. I can do 3 people, so 1, 2, and Charlie's.
Lord Levin's going, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I know Levin's like, what?
Yeah. I was going to hope Charlie grabs Lord Levin.
Charlie, come on. Oh, even worse.
2!
Charlie with a
Okay,
2.
no.
Charlie with a 2 plus. He's got a plus. Don't.
Oh, I don't have a plus.
What's your dex score?
Oh, goodness.
That's
my
hilarious.
score then. I forgot she was in the bathroom.
Oh no! Do you know what? Charlie goes before Killian.
How? Oh, Dex, yeah.
Okay, we're going back to coffees or something, and then we'll do this
You
bit.
do not need caffeine right now.
He totally needs caffeine. More caffeine. Come on.
More caffeine.
Okay.
Dissolve a Pro Plus in some caffeine would be great.
Oh
Hilarious.
man, Pro Plus. I remember them bad boys. Crikey.
They still around.
Ages.
That's the scary thing about it.
Pro Plus.
Caffeine tail.
And there was, what was the other one? Calms. Do you remember Calms?
No, I don't
They were
remember
the other
Calms.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome back, Fragments. It's in the crowded bar of the Yeti's Pelt. An individual, the mysterious cloaked individual, is
White cloak, right at the back. Get him.
is making a runner. So we've done that thing, what is called initiative rolling.
Oh, jeez.
And,
Who has gained the initiative?
at the top of the round is Jackson. You're in the crowded confines of the Yeti's Pelt. Bodies quite closely packed. Soup of varying density around. Music playing.
Alright, you ready for Jackson's action? So, I'm going to pull my hand axe. I'm going to hoof it across the bar, the room.
Yes.
Yeah? Basically, I want to miss the white cloaky person and stick it in the door at, warning shot style. As Jax goes, "Oi, you're in the white cloak! Stop!" And I'd like to try and intimidate them.
Okay, so we're going to make a ranged
Don't
attack.
roll a 1. Oi, you know what? Red
In the cramped
bleeding
bar
or-
to throw an axe at a door. I think you it's ranged. You're not at disadvantage. I'm going to say, just roll a ranged attack, please. And we'll see what happens.
Well, that was more than aid to the intimidation. But yeah. But,
intimidation. You kill somebody on the way past. Very intimidating.
Sorry?
13 to hit a door.
It sails past heads and even cuts the top of one of these surfaces of soup as it rotates. The soup parts and then reforms and thud into the door. Let's have that intimidation roll.
Okay.
Not intimidated. Now has an axe. Thank you. Oh yes.
What's that?
Natural 20.
Yeah. The axe thuds into the door, and nearly splitting it like this at the top. The kind of, it even splays it out into the room slightly as this axe kind of comes down and cuts through the door a little bit, and you see this rather annoyed Marion look out like, "Huh!" And then you see this kind of stop in their tracks, and they spin. They're stopped at this point. They're not able to run that way. They're definitely afraid.
And then I'll start sort of trying to clear space, and I'm kind of hoping with that people are going to probably get out.
You are cramped, and there is a definite immediate that axe hits. There's a sense of tension, and
Who's next?
the room erupts.
Might just die in a bar fight.
Yeah.
Soup is scooped out of the bowl and used as a weapon.
I bet it would hurt as well.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like flubber when you've released flubber. Yeah, so it's absolute chaos in this room. You're where everything is. You're not quite sure. When it is your go.
You said I was in the rafters.
Yeah, you're looking down upon
Fantastic.
this like food fight /
Cool.
bar fight.
I'm trying to track the person in the white cloak, and then I'm going to jump on them if I can find them.
Yes, you can just about make them out. Yeah, you could run along like the rafter, and then kind of drop down like a face hugger.
I'll land on them.
Okay, so what are you trying to grapple?
Yeah, I'm going to try to grapple, but ultimately try and jump on their shoulders, grab the hood, and go whoomp. So they basically cover their face.
Just to blind them. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, cool. Let's have a strength athletics. That's the typical way we do these kind of things.
Athletics. I I hate rolling dice. Anyway, so I got 12 in total.
You pick their measly 5. So you jump on, hood over their face. They are now.
It's a mistake.
They're kind of like. They're not really grappled in the traditional sense, but they're grappled because they're trying to fight the thing off their face, the hood that you've pulled over them. So, like, I love. Can you have done it like the Kenny thing? Where you go, oh my god, they killed Kenny!
I'm hooking it round underneath their chin. Yeah, I'm using it almost like a pair of
a garrote.
I think I'm more riding them like I'm riding a saddle. These are like the
reins.
Fucking bronco.
Yeah.
I got him. Next.
Lord Leven is in the mix here, and he's
it's in the middle of a fight.
What do I do? And he's I'm gonna roll intelligence.
Just throw the bowl.
Knows what he's gonna do. He just punches the nearest person. He just swings it. He just
smack.
Swings a punch. And like there's some teeth of like a commoner go flying across the room.
I can almost see him apologising. Sorry.
Sorry about this, guys.
yeah, there's like teeth out of some commoner's mouth like across the room. It's their time. They're going to try and break the grapple with you. Can you please make... Oh, no! Can you make a strength athletics check, please?
Who, me?
Yes,
oh, God.
They're going to try and break the grapple.
Oh, no. Strength athletics. Let's see what happens. 19.
5 again. So, what they do, they try and break the grapple, but they know they must get out. So they are going to run in...
Why are you using those dice?
Oh, because I'm picking up the wrong one. That's it. This is...
You just touched someone else's dice? Oh my
god. They run towards the rest of the party, so almost like underneath where you were. They run in a random direction. They're charging towards Killian and Charlie and everybody else at full pelt. Blinded. Their action was to try and do it, but they run as fast as they can with the rest of their movement.
Cool.
And you are kind of like...
Can I say a few words?
Yes, of course you can.
Oh no, he's running for the exit. Stop him.
They're charging towards you. Up next is Charlie. And Charlie will... Charlie will attempt to... I think Charlie's going to try and trip them up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so they fall like so because they're blind. He's going to get advantage on that. I'm guessing. So oh, he needs it because he rolled a natural 1.
Double that.
Oh yeah. Let's see what they are. Yeah. So Charlie just scoops one of his wings out. And then kind of slices with his wing into the front of the shin as this blinded individual that is mounted by Owen goes slices into the shin. They go flying forwards. Owen, please make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Where are you? There he is. Okay. I only rolled low. 26.
26, like a ninja. Do you want to? I'm saying with that height, you can even remain on.
Oh yeah, as he's falling forward, I kind of like roll backwards and basically do a backwards roll down his body. So it's like, so I land on his arse.
Yeah,
but surfing him on the way down, sort of thing. So I land, and basically on the small of his back, standing up, going, "Gotcha."
Yes. And Charlie will give you a little.
And then they get a bottle over the head.
Killian, it's your go. There's a prone individual with a cloak over its face with a mighty Owen standing upon its back. What would you like to do in this situation?
Okay.
I'll accept applaud. I'll accept applaud.
See,
you may clap now.
Thank you.
I wanted to do something, but now that he's down, now that this person's down, I don't know.
What are we going to
Stop
do?
him from getting up. I'm going to keep him down. He's way bigger than I am. He's going to stand up and go, wait.
I don't know, they keep rolling 5s though, don't they? So
Yeah.
True.
See, I was going to do that,
Hmm?
but I don't know.
It'd be interesting in this bar fight situation. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Do
So,
it. It'd be so fun.
If a GM says, in this bar fight, that will be awesome.
kind of have to do it then, don't you? So
I was going with.
I'm going to use Dragon Fear.
Okay.
Okay, you're right. That would be a thing.
And it says, it forces each creature of my choice that can hear or see you.
Mhm.
So I literally
Oh,
want
thank God.
everybody in the bar,
yeah.
apart from Lord Levin,
Your
you.
mates,
This
your
lot.
geezers.
yeah. So I don't know how many people are in this bar, Peter.
Lots, but tell me, what do I have to do?
You have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Of DC?
For the mob.
14. Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, so the individual is cowled. The rest of your bellow is almost absorbed into the
Lost
crowd,
in the
and
wildfire.
it maybe even
I'm
spurs
scared.
them on as you expel this breath, like, and there's a chill to the room. The rest of them are like, and more.
Motivational
chaos.
speech. Go.
Yeah, the velocity of the soup increases.
Okay.
I was half expecting him to go splot
Yeah,
high to the
It
face.
says attacks per
I thi-
action.
I think
so
that's-
is that just it?
that's one. That's your
all I can-
action. So you still have your movement, and you have a bonus action. I think it takes an action. Does it take one action?
Yeah, because it says
Yeah.
instead of that.
Yeah.
It's still using
Yeah, yeah,
that,
yeah.
but it's something else to do.
You still have a bonus action, so you can do
Okay,
any spells that
so-
can't take a bonus action, or you can do something bonusy.
You can grab this guy, so they don't.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Can I pick him up off the floor?
You could interact with a free object, but that would be almost like a grapple. That would be still count as your action.
Okay. So,
Okay.
and I can't pick something up and hit him with it either, can I?
You can interact with a small object around you.
Step on his cloak.
You mean like a glass bottle?
You could pick up a glass bottle, I think.
Could I pick it up and hit the person?
That
on
would
the
take
head?
your action. You could pick it up.
Just step
That's
on
what I
it.
was asking. Could I use something to hit him?
You can prepare a glass bottle just in
Yes.
case, and then you got a glass bottle.
Yeah, because now they're now they're frightened of
Pick it
me
up,
for
jug.
a minute,
Yeah.
or until it takes any damage.
Which means they cannot approach you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And seeing as they can't approach me, but seeing as I'm stood with these guys, does that mean that they can't approach us?
It's
Oh, like a
directly
percussion.
towards you.
Okay.
They
So-
go around you or run away from you.
Okay. So I don't know. What shall I do?
They can't see you, but they can hear you. They just heard this terrifying sound in the general direction, and they're like quaking beneath the cape. And when
I
you
mean,
feel that
push-
through your feet,
If push comes to shove, you can just step on the corner of their cloak and just
Yeah,
Big
can
and
I?
heavy.
I'll do that.
okay, yeah,
they don't
okay.
get up, they can basically grow up themselves.
Yeah, so it makes them have disadvantage on ability checks.
And attack rolls while the
Yeah.
source of its fear is within line of sight.
Or
Oh
line of-
yeah, so I'm literally gonna this bit of the cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pin it down with my foot.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
as soon as they look up, I'm the first thing they
Uh-huh.
see.
Okay, Jax, it's your turn. You're in this chaos. There's a few bodies definitely in between you and the source of this space. The source of the fall.
And there's lots in here, lots of people in here.
Quite a few.
Don't get big.
BHB.
Because you'll take the roof off this place.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Don't get big.
It's not a big place.
This place
Oh,
will be
Matt, do you wanna-
destroyed.
Yeah.
You're saying on your chin.
Am I?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Cool. Good job. It's bugging me. It's like, what is that?
What is it?
What do I want to do?
And I was thinking about it, and I was like, shall I do that? Shall I not? And then I was like, oh.
Imagine if you'd quelled the whole bar.
I know, that's what I was hoping.
And they all just go.
They were like, oh shit.
We call that a stampede.
Yeah, out the door.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to grab the two closest people to me, in the direction like they are, and sort of use them as blockers to sort of clear me a path.
Let's have a grapple then.
What is it? You know, like in American football, where there's those giant training pads. Are you going to like use them like one of them?
Well, I thought I might tap my frost rune to get a bonus to my strength.
Yeah, please go ahead and make that.
And like literally just grab two and basically just use them as blockers to sort of clear a path through.
Yeah, go for it.
Brilliant.
So strength athletics, you say?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
And that's going to be +2 with a cold rune, so that is 24.
Yeah, so there's these two that are like at each other. Like there's one about to like gouge the other one's eye out, like as they're fighting, and you kind of grab them, and they're like, and then their fighting is kind of done at this moment as you pull them apart, kind of knock heads together, a little bit incensed. They're like, whoa, and then you
just charge,
push them through with these two individuals in your grasp. One like at arm's length as well, I imagine. Like
yeah. It's just I kind of figured that I use them, but sort of almost as a wedge. To sort of clear the way.
You're like, and then there's like people, and then anything that like is heading your way, you're able to use like a bit of you're getting only like the splatters of gelatinous soup on you. Like they're getting the full brunt of the force as you wield two individuals as you move through the space. Erwin, you are standing on the back of a very frightened individual.
Oh, fair enough.
Like that. That's how it is.
You and your Peter Pan stance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. We may never get a chance, so I will grab the hood at the corner that's not been got a dragonborn foot on it, and peel it back to reveal Scooby-Doo style. Who's behind the cloak? Who is it? What is it? Why is it?
You see an individual with long green hair. You see that they are feminine in feature.
Okay.
Make a nature check if you would like.
Sure. On the second thing, I'll also be looking for any necklaces or medallions, which I will be snapping off them just in case. But yeah, nature check first. Yeah. Oh, 9. I'm not good at nature, to be honest. I live in a city. I'm not a nature boy.
There are certain things that are familiar to you, even with. You can't quite get it, but as you make an investigation to see if you're kind of rummaging for a necklace.
Okay, this I can do well, he says, laughing. 24.
Aha! There's a necklace, but not one you're expecting.
Oh yeah, I'm intrigued.
It's a beautiful piece of carved wood. A pendant of a large tree.
Okay.
Round the neck.
That is like the one that Serial, Serial had. Is this Serial? It's going to be hilarious.
It's like, that would be hilarious. It's like, oh no. Oops.
I don't. Do I recognise this person at all? I don't think I do. Don't think I do.
You maybe have seen them in passing. You don't know them by name.
You look familiar. I say, and but you look at the rest of them.
Yeah. So
Because
they.
that's all I have. It's like, you look familiar.
Yeah. And so that's going to be your actions used up. Bonus actions at all?
Only to avoid being smacked by just proprioception, making sure that I'm not going to be, somebody's not barreling towards me or throwing something towards me.
Just kind
So
of
it's like
trying to duck
maneuver.
Would you?
Yeah.
The small tidal wave of people being pushed out my way, trying to get out of the way of that, the usual. Try not to be hurt. Maneuvering myself.
Okay, kind of, and then Levin comes over. Levin's going to try and bustle his way. Let's see if Levin knows what to do. Levin just
Never having a fight.
takes a swing. Yeah, more teeth. Like Levin's just like swinging wildly in the crowd, like punching. Like,
I don't know what I'm doing.
This is jolly good fun.
because you didn't like signal to him because he wasn't included in the
No.
in the mine thing. He just
At the same time, I wasn't expecting to a fight. You say, jolly good fun.
He has
Hey!
rolled very single digitly on his intelligence rolls to try and figure out if he would go and do something sensible or just kind of like defend. So he's just defending at the moment.
He's yelled, best form of defense, attack.
Very much.
They roll over.
Van Jackson's wrong.
I've got them pinned.
Yeah, they're kind of like they're in the thing,
Kind of roll it over your foot. You
and
can't really do
then
that.
they're not there anymore.
What?
And you can anyone that's nearby can make a perception check.
Yes. Oh no! You don't get to sneak away, you SOB.
My guess is Misty's cat.
That'd be funny. Okay, 23.
I see
Oh.
Speckle.
Charlie
You see
sees even
Speckle.
less.
7.
So you kind of drop about, like that kind of foot distance that they were depth to, and you kind of like look round and you see back out through the kitchen, through the cracked doorway where the axe has gone in, pelting it that way out through the kitchen.
They teleported?
Boom. And then running.
Okay. I go for the kitchen. And I will jump and try and acrobatics my ass across this crowd of fighters towards the back.
And you can on your turn because you're still in initiative at the moment. So
Fantastic.
Can I just ask, as we approach the building, is the building in a row or is it on the end or what?
When you walk into that courtyard where you previously met Galror, he kind of stumbled out of the thing and it goes like this. It's on like a triangle, like this. So it's on the front of end of this. If you're looking at it like this,
So it may be a standalone building,
it's
but
like this and goes back
Damn it.
on a block of sorts. It is Charlie's go, and he hears in his head that you directed them. I'm allowing you to make that kind of as a free action within the thing.
As
I
like
can.
a
It is actually a free
reaction.
action. So
Yeah, as a reaction. So Charlie will charge, trying to chase after them. He'll run. He'll get to the door. I think with just
wow,
his,
how do you manage to get? Oh, okay. I'm not going to say got free crowd. Good for him.
he will. He's going to try and swoop over. No, he's going to have to make some sort of strength to get through the crowd, isn't he?
Yeah, because it's too low a ceiling.
Yeah. Okay, no, Charlie gets trying to push through the crowd, and because he rolled a 3, so Charlie gets.
That's why this guy must have teleported.
Yeah, difficult terrain for this guy. So Charlie makes it about halfway to the door. He maybe to the door with his with an action used to dash. So he's really trying to push through the crowd here. That's it. Killian, your go. You notice that beneath your foot there is no longer a cloak. You hear in your mind instantaneously the voice of Erwin saying, "To the kitchen," or "through the door," or whatever. And as you glance over, you just see this hood back up, and then
Okay, so I shout very loudly.
Mm-hmm.
Move.
Okay.
Trying to get them to kind of clear us apart.
Give me an intimidation.
24.
At that bellow, even below your dragon breath, it didn't happen. Like this, they're like, oh, oh, and they kind of, there is a small path slightly cleared for you. Yeah.
I head towards the door.
With one move, you can get to the door.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that move to work. That's why I was kind of like,
Yeah, shit.
it's like, oh god.
I haven't planned any further than this. This is as far as I
It's
got.
like, it actually worked.
You're in
don't have
uncharted,
to open doors.
So
uncharted territory.
there is door splayed asunder with an axe, and peeking through. You can see that. You can see on the floor. Berin is on the floor.
Can I grab the hand axe, pull it out, pull it behind me, and kind of release it, hoping Jax catches it, and push my way through the door all in one
Someone
movement?
might catch it, maybe in the face, but it won't.
Okay. So I think the action would
It's
be
like-
to pull it out of the door and chuck it.
I'm like, I've got to the door, I'm like that, but I'm still going forward.
Technically,
more
it'd
chucking
be
it over
a
her
move
shoulder.
and then an action to pull it out and chuck it. I'll allow you to chuck and pull it out at the same time with a strength.
Okay. Oh god.
Strength athletics.
Oh god. Oh no.
You're not bad at this.
Oh no, actually, I'm not. We will see. Saying that.
Like one single movement. Like, thum.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah, 'cause the out is more important than away.
24.
Straight away. Jackson, can you please use your reaction to try and catch your axe, please, with a dex?
Drop the person, catch the
Huh?
axe.
I've got my hands full.
Drop the person, catch the axe.
In your teeth? Or with the human? An
What's
axe.
that?
Can I try and use the human to catch it with the sort of, a blunt bit? I'd rather not kill
That's
him.
him out. Oh my god. God.
So, I guess make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you're making it with another human. Another person.
We're gonna need we're gonna need some sort of victim support on this game, and eventually,
But I rolled 16
someone maybe headbutt
plus
an
one,
axe.
or a 3 plus 1.
Thud. Into the chest.
You caught it.
Blood down the front.
What did they call it? Collateral damage? Is that what it is?
Jackson, it's your turn.
We're not at war. What's wrong with you?
I'm gonna I feel quite bad about that, so I'm gonna kind of pass the guy to Charlie and be like, sort him out.
What, Jackson, what did you do?
And then
Don't.
I'm gonna sort of make a beeline for the door. I am going to use the Killian method of opening the door by turning my shoulder into it and just keep going. And yeah.
That way to open doors is quite effective, so...
It's going to be
Either that or big boot. And then I also think I might action surge to get even more movement. To see if
I
can-
think, so yeah, strength athletics versus this door.
Uh, 25.
Oh, yeah.
The already splintered door bends the other way, running through and out. Now you see through a small kitchen. They look like they might have pushed Berin to the floor as they dashed through, running out into some sort of courtyard beyond. You can see the white cape fluttering in the breeze there.
But yeah, if I can action surge for another movement, so I basically want to move, and action surge move.
Yeah, so you move, action shows move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a fuck ton of movement.
Yeah, so it's still like 60 feet, isn't it now?
No, 90.
90 feet. Yeah, you'll be right up to them.
Is the cloak down?
Is the hood down?
Yeah.
No, the hood's up.
Okay. They pulled it back up.
Yeah, they soon as started dashing.
All right. I was wondering if I could see the green hair because I'm wondering if I can think of anyone it might be green hairy.
Oh.
No. So yeah, running, and you're near them. You're very near them. So then it's Erwin's turn.
Cool, fantastic. I didn't know I was that far behind. I'm going to stop with Charlie to save this poor SOB's life because
Charlie has a body in the arms and hand axe quite severely buried into the chest here.
I stopped to help Charlie.
Okay, so that would be. Are you magicking or some sort of medicine check here?
I don't have magic. I don't have magic at all. The only magic I have would be the other way. This would be mercy kill. No.
Why not?
No, medicine. There's medicine. I got me. No, +0. I will help Charlie, which basically means I will assist.
So you hold
Charlie.
your action and assist. Okay, cool, no problem.
Yeah.
Let's see if Levin still.
I
knows what
abort
he's
my
doing.
action and help Charlie.
Finally, Levin snaps to his senses and comes over, and reaches into a satchel that is in. He sort of has to his side a bag, and crouches beside you. In here, and hands you a potion that has a reddish liquid inside. Encouraging you to pour it into the individual's throat, and while you do that, Levin actually pulls the axe from the chest. And this individual kind of coughs up blood, but then you pour this potion down, and then there's kind of like and then you see that the chest begins where the split in the jerkin is, and then you sort of see it start to magically knot together, and then what were kind of glazed eyes.
You said Levin took the axe out. I can imagine him going. Like falling backwards with how heavy a Jackson axe is.
No, it was such a crowded room, and almost expecting him to go. Sorry.
Oh no! And someone's got it embedded in their ass.
That was just another chest. She's ow, clunk. Oh, come on. Ow, not again. Come on.
A +2 acts of chest seeking.
Apparently so.
So as soon as you pull with your bonus action, you can make this axe seek a chest.
God damn it. You finally catch the person, you come back, and me and Charlie and Levin are just knackered, and everyone else is like bandaged up. Yeah. What happened? You don't want to know.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
I thought this
But
was
we are
CSI
banned.
more than so. Not ER more.
Yeah, pretty much.
Casualty.
Oh, God.
Ding, 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 ding.
What was the other one? Holby City.
Holby City.
See, I never watched any of that.
No, I didn't. I got a bit upset when they changed the theme tune.
Okay, fair enough.
The individual
Had a musician in the room.
As you are looking at them, they kind of feel your presence over their shoulder, Jax, and
hot breath.
And
God damn it.
you can make a perception. 15.
Oh, bloody hell.
You see them running along a roof to your right, 30 feet away, and then they make a run of 60.
Toby,
So another
stop
90
licking the
feet.
sofa.
They are quick.
Yeah, well, it's bonus. It's basically what I did, except I use action. So.
Yeah. They use teleportation. They cheat.
Yeah, they use bonus action and then move and then action move.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only one that can catch them.
I would have done, but, axe to the chest.
You're not the one that got the axe to the chest, so...
No, you're absolutely right. Totally. My apologies for being humanitarian here in my hometown.
Charlie
the pub
will...
that I drink at.
I honestly thought that
Technically a local.
I honestly thought our cleric could deal with the injury.
Charlie will...
probably could have. We wasn't in the middle of a bar fight.
that someone started.
Somebody.
Charlie will make his move over to the door.
Cool.
Trying to follow outside. Now he sees the individual as okay, using the path cleared by Killian. Gets the door, sees that Jax is outside in this kind of snowy courtyard area.
Am I still just stood at the door, by the way?
Charles had just run past it. What would he do? Something he can do. I'd love to do something.
He could have ended the bar fight, that's for sure.
He's trying to follow this individual. That's what Erwin has told him.
Because I am that important. I am the Lord Commander of this group.
Power!
You won't see them from there. So he will use double move. So he's up behind Jax out in the courtyard. He will see the individual. Does he see the individual? Come on, Charles.
Good question.
Come on, Charles.
Charles sees him on the roof. Sees this individual on the roof, running along some rooftop. Killian, it's your go. You're at the door. You got to get through the kitchen and outside.
And how far is that?
It's about 30 feet to get outside into the court, to where, up to where Charlie is.
Right. Okay. And then how far away is the person from there?
90 feet. No, more than that. 120 feet.
Are they? I was going to say, are they over 300 feet?
No, they're not.
No.
Right, bitches.
Okay.
One away from us, you're going to get it hard.
Okay.
You can go down easy or go down hard. Your choice.
Are we wanting to talk to them or destroy them?
Talk, of course.
Okay, are you sure about that?
Yes. Jackson, is this your axe?
Whose axe is this?
Go on then.
Hurry up. I can talk in your head. Hello, you can't get rid of me. La, 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 la.
Can actually.
I know you can. But do you know that?
Okay, I am going to...
Come on, do your warlock thing.
I was going to say, I'm going to actually not do that. Oh, should I?
You don't mind survive.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll do it.
Go on then.
You can always tell Charlie to run after them and
Couple of
catch him and heal
bolts,
them.
No. Or does a 10 hit?
No.
I was going to say miraculously. Does a 10
No,
hit?
a 10 does not hit this individual.
How about a 13?
No.
Damn it.
Nimble.
Swooping, chaotic, eldritch dragons form and whiz past this individual on a iced roof, running across it. Jackson.
Anything I want to do as a bonus action, they've got to be within 30 feet, and they fucking ain't, are they?
It's back to Jackson, top of the round.
Right, I'm going to go upstairs and check on her because I can still hear noise.
Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be difficult, but I am going to trust in my abilities to do stuff. So I'm going to move up 30 feet to get them within 60 feet of me.
Correct.
And as I do, I'm going to pull up my spear.
Long
And
range.
I'm gonna hum the spear, but basically what I'm aiming to do, because I want to basically called shot, like foul their legs, as it were.
Yeah, okay, cool.
You know, I don't want to just sort of impale them with a spear. I'd like to try and sort of, you know,
Impale a leg or knock
not
out.
necessarily impale. I mean, like sort of literally, if I can get the, you know, where you can poke a stick up between someone
And they trip.
over.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that to sort of.
Yeah.
break
So
them
you're
on.
possibly aiming for the roof, in fact, actually, not a non-lethal kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's have a
It's gonna be
ranged
difficult.
attack then.
It's going to be disadvantaged. So
Yeah,
but
long
we'll
range.
do that.
Oh, come on.
No, I got a 6 and a 9, so 13 in total.
No. Sails past them.
I don't think I've got anything that's going to be particularly got another attack, so I could actually do another attack. Start throwing shit at them.
That's it. Yeah, just start pelting.
Running past the crowbar guns bouncing past. Was that a crowbar? Crowbar, mug, bag of coins. What the hell?
To be honest, can I basically attempt to hoof a crowbar?
Yeah, I'll allow you to hoof a crowbar.
I mean, I'm assuming it's still going to be
Slug that.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Go on, roll 20. I want you to nail him with a crowbar.
I've got to roll 2.
2 20s, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, a 10 and a 4.
Oh!
Spear whistles past them. Crowbar clatters off them.
Boom. Ah, a mage. Whoa, a ranger. A what?
No, it's just immediately orc. Just like
the orc's here.
My bonus action, I'm going to be like, "Oi, stop running!"
When
Don't make us try and hit you. Please, we're very bad at it. I'm going to run out there and get thrown, aren't I? Where's he gone?
You said it now.
I want it to happen. It'd be hilarious.
30 feet would get you to the door. Then 60 feet would get you to the end of the kitchen.
It's my turn. Oh, shit.
Yes, it is. Sorry, Aaron.
Yeah, I'm 35, so 35 feet will get me just outside the door.
Yeah, you're 10 foot out the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, yeah.
So there are 110.
Where'd they go?
Charlie would gesture.
Mm-hmm. I wrote to Charlie and goes, Charlie, after them, and take me with you. He can fly.
Oh, we're going to go for like...
He can at least get me onto the roof. I can start running myself.
Yeah, for like a
and
sort
I'm
of
faster than he is.
Dam Busters sort of like bouncing bomb Irwin attack against this individual.
Yeah, but I can catch up and start throwing things at him like daggers.
Okay.
And I've got an inexhaustible supply of those.
So you've dashed to get there, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm literally, I take all my move as much as I can to get to Charlie. I'm going to tie myself to Charlie's initiative, essentially.
Levin has not come back to his senses and picks up a bar stool.
What's wrong with the man?
I don't know, he's rolling 2s.
Why is he rolling intelligence? Okay, move on.
I was trying to determine if he was going to get into the thing or...
Turn up drunk. No, it's like... I go out there as adventurous, stiff drink, didn't realise he actually knocked the entire bottle of Jack Daniels before we walked out the door. Let's go! Yeah! Just kicked in.
This is where a night on the town with us can you level up.
Yes. We won't say anything if he doesn't say anything. Right, moving on.
The individual crouches for a second and then about another 30 feet along the roof.
How many teleports does this person have?
No, running. They crouch and you see them run along the roof, another 30 feet.
Oh.
Just for a second.
Well, we're going to catch up. We're going to try.
And then it is Charlie's go. Charlie will scoop up an Irwin. He will take to the wing and he will move 60.
I can just imagine Owen like...
He has to go back a bit and then forward a bit.
Charlie's flight was 50.
Sorry?
You can double, you should be able to get 100.
He's a fast boy when he flies.
Oh, he's flying speed?
Yeah.
Yeah, 50, yeah. So he's 100, he's close.
Cool.
So yeah, so it would have been 110 plus 30, 140, and then he flies 100.
It's a 40.
40 feet. You're 40 feet from the individual as Charlie takes to the wing. Killian.
Yeah.
You're in a courtyard. You see a dude. You see your little goblin companion
Jack
being...
cackling at this point because it's like... Swing.
Yeah.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit this individual.
Right.
I'm assuming you've moved up to get a bit... Oh, you
Suck on
bugger. 16 and a nat 20. Cool.
So
cool.
how many is that?
So do your first one.
Yeah.
You do your damage for your first one.
That'll be 3d10 plus.
Sorry. Damage for me, what one?
First
First
with
one.
a first one there, my love.
There it is. Oh, there comes the West Country. Hello, darling.
I thought that's what you said. It sounds like
What
what
you
you
want to
want.
do is you want to roll for your first one first, my sweet. Yeah, there you go. Lovely.
9.
That's 9 damage.
Yeah.
Plus.
No damage. Damage.
No, that's 6 plus to make the thing.
And then my second one was a nat 20.
So then you roll 2 of them, my sweet.
These two? Yeah.
Right, my lover.
That's it, my love.
So 7.
7 plus your...
Plus that.
Yeah.
So 10.
So 19.
Yeah.
19, lovely. All right.
That hurt it. I hope it didn't kill it.
Did it kill it?
No.
Oh, good. They just started to
Yeah.
piss me off now, though.
So like you see like out from Killian's hand there's some ethereal dark twisted dragons that kind of and collide against its cape, staining it with some sort of dark malign grossness from beyond. And Charlie goes, "Good show, Killian!" from up above, like shouting down for, "Let's get that rotter!" And
Who the hell are you, Buck?
let's get that rotter. And then Jax, it's your turn. Just throwing shit. Just throwing.
They're massively outstripping the distance I can get. So if I move 30, that puts me within 60 of them.
Yeah, because they didn't dash that turn.
So what is in this alleyway?
So you kind of come out into a courtyard. As you look to your right, you can see that what the roof that they run atop. It seems to be a stable block of some sort. These are like little individual pens on the right, and they're running across that roof alongside.
It's a stable. Is there like sort of, where they have the nail in and they have the horseshoes hanging on the nail?
Yes, why not?
Can I pick up a couple of horseshoes and hoof them?
Can you hoof a hoof? Yes. Yeah.
Hoof the hoof shoes. You're hoofing hoof
Yeah,
shoes.
you what you find, just briefly looking around this space, is you find a set of nails that would be to go in some sort of shoeing arrangement, a cup and 2 horseshoes, and a small hammer. So whatever you wish to.
It's literally, I just want to grab 2 horseshoes and be like, whoop, whoop.
Yeah,
Kind of like frisbees.
so they're you're 60, yeah. So yeah, ranged attack. Then.
I'm assuming I'm going to be at disadvantage and it's going to be horrible. I'm going to miss, but I
Improvised weapons of hell.
I figure a horseshoe around the back of the head will probably stop someone running.
It certainly stopped me, that's for sure.
Especially if it's Jack's throwing it, because it's not like it's Erwin throwing it, where it's like, pew. It's Jack, so it's like.
This thing comes in whistling.
Yeah. It's like Sonic.
Yeah.
I was going to say something,
Okay,
and then I was like,
so the
that's
first one, the
amazing.
lowest was a 17.
Ooh.
And the second one,
Get this
got
one.
that 20 and that one.
Hey!
First one. Can you roll a d6 for me?
D6 bludgeoning.
Did I kill Erwin with one or Charlie or something?
Oh, that would be hilarious.
D6.
Drop me off, I'm going to get me. Gong. Oh.
Just D6, yeah.
And then add your strength.
So 5 plus 5 plus 4, 9.
9. You fling the first one, it's dunk. You're like, yes, I've got this. You throw the second one, and the physics are similar to a boomerang. Can you roll a d6 and add your strength modifier?
Oh, I can just say it doesn't look like a boomerang, more like doing. It hits the lintel of a roof.
So 5.
So yeah, you take that as bludgeoning damage as you kind of fling it out. It goes, and it kind of looks like it's going for them, and then there's this arc, and straight back in your own face.
That's they end up with like, you know, like cartoon style, like horse?
Oh yeah, just like stamped, like on the forehead.
You turn around, Lord Living comes out. What's going on? You just turn around. This is a horseshoe still attached to your face. What's
Yeah. I've just been punching people. What have you been doing? So that's Jax's turn.
My
Erwin,
God, the bad guys shoot him.
you are.
I am going to. My first action. I'm being held around the waist.
Yes.
My hands are free.
Yes.
I'm being flowing from above. Can't quite land on him because they're not level. So I am going. Question: that cloak? Is it like a long, billowy cloak that flows right down to the ground?
It's just above boot height.
Okay, not a problem. I make my daggers slightly bigger, and I'm going to try and nail the cloak to the
roofing tiles.
Roofing tiles. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I
Yeah.
thought you said it's just above boob height. I was like,
Boob height. No. Boot.
I was
Boot,
trying
dear.
to work out how high. I was like,
They're wearing a cape meant for a gnome on a normal sized body. No.
yeah, it's like,
so-
it was just when you said it, I was like, what? And then I realised that you said boot, not boot.
Yeah. Wow.
So some
Weird.
attack rolls for some specific aimed stuff.
So is that just a normal roll? Or is
It
that
is a normal
disadvantage?
roll, but the ACs.
To the roof.
So you got make your attacks.
I'm making my attacks. My first attack, and I got 21 in total.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. So especially special effects, no damage. Just trying to
just
literally
trying to
nail
pin it. Yeah.
Try and literally nail it to the floor.
There's
Second
one.
one.
They're gonna try and. Okay, they're not doing anything yet because it's not their turn yet. So
Yep, and then I'll try the second one to basically dunk so it's nice and solidly secure.
yeah.
And keep my mind going because, like, gotta keep those. They got to keep them existing for a while.
Yeah.
So second attack. Oh, only 11. So
second one kind of
goes nearby.
like the cape kind of billows, and you think you've got it, but then it just kind of pushes the
Cuts
fabric
it. Just
aside
cuts it.
rather than
Yep.
pinning down.
It's like there's a slight breeze.
Oh, fine. Levin runs outside. and says,
Yay!
What's happening?
Run out of people to punch.
Bellows, what's happening? And
Comes
sees
out like
like
this.
Killian like pointing at a roof, like with like hands like like gesturing towards the individual running along a roof and a now airborne Erwin and Charlie. They're going to try and make a strength check to try and get away from your, like, rip their cloak basically and pull away from the thing, and they get a.
So why are you using this dice for 11 and...
Because they're kind of effect.
Why
things.
not?
This is normally it's this one for baddies. Actually, I just picked up the first one I could buy. So they rip their cloak. That's their action, and then they run another 30 feet.
So how far away are they?
Towards the end of the building. So now you would be moving up with them in step. So you're still probably about you're within 300 feet of them. So
Yeah, you sure about that?
Yeah.
Cool. Just making sure.
And it's Charlie's go. So Charlie will fly up. So he was 10 feet away.
Yeah, he can throw me at him.
Yeah. But he's dashed, so he can't take an action.
50 foot around, mate. He was only 40 away. Literally one action. He's literally.
They've moved 30.
30.
So,
30.
so he could get 30 in front if he dashes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
He
so
can stay in front of him.
he can interact freely with an object. I think he's going to go, Owen, are you
Arms
ready?
away!
Do it!
And like, you are now little ears flying down upon this individual. Killian.
Daggers at the ready.
Yeah. Killian, you'll go.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast again.
That's how he's
Get a
flying
one.
down like
Don't
this.
get a one. Do
Stream.
not get a one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to be knocked out of the sky.
Yeah, go for it. Come on, let's have this.
Sorry, Owen.
Oh well, I'm not going daggers. I'm trying to do the old cloak thing. I'm just going.
Okay.
I'm trying not to kill him.
Apologising now.
Don't apologise. Carry on going. You apologise after I'm dead.
22.
It's not.
Yep.
Not a 1. And a 6. I hope that's a natural 20. I don't want to look.
Oh.
Oh well. Okay, so my next thing is to say, roll low, because you can actually kill me.
So yeah, let's have these two.
So
Let's have the first one, the one that hits, please.
Okay.
D10.
Do it! Yay!
8.
Okay,
8 off of them.
I don't even want to see this.
Do it, come on.
Do it. We get.
6 plus
3.
9.
9. Fantastic.
2 bolts of eldritch energy swoop up, and you think you've got it, but then you don't notice as Charlie kind of drops Erwin into the line of it, and you've already released it, and it's gone. As much as you try to call back, no, and it's like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna get you. It's all gone black. Why has it gone black? Why am I in pain? Why am I in pain?
There's a moment where, like, in your ears, you kind of like hear this, like, and then you kind of go out the other side of it.
So Jigsaw has a moment. It's like pausing midair. It's at this point I realise he made a terrible mistake.
Yeah. As an eldritch dark wizard dragon, like, it absorbs you in darkness. Jackson.
Good shot.
Sorry.
I'm fine.
I'm just gonna have to start huffing after, so it's just gonna be a move and a dash.
Run down the thing.
Cool.
That should get me within 30, I think.
And at this point, you're realising that we're running out of stabling yard. This is quite a long, narrow thing that's going into a point. There are 2 doors ahead of you that look like entrances to this stable yard thing that seems to be annexed to the Yeti.
Which by this point means they're probably running out of roof as well, because they're going to hit a road.
They are near the end of this thing.
I think actually I will bonus action grow big.
Okay. Yep, you can step over. You can just step over it.
Well, no, I kind of figure if the gate's coming up, that gives me advantage on the big arc.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, 30. You're and so then it's Erwin's go. You are currently tumbling through the air. You emerge out of this kind of black eldritch mist that has spoken quietly into your mind of things old and dead and long forgotten.
Yeah, fun.
You appear out the other side of that.
I can see through time. Okay, yeah, I will try and direct
the ground is killing, going, sorry.
My bad.
Ignore that. I am going to try and grab a handful of cloak as it goes whizzing past me and basically try and grapple them, essentially. Hang on.
Okay, go.
Grapple check is...
Yeah, strength athletics.
Yep. Oh, yeah, 22.
Bollocks. It's my only good roll. It's a 20, and you still fucking beat it. Yes. So,
It was when I saw it, I was like, oh.
yeah. Owen still with this like mighty. They've got like that speed as they're like Assassin's Creeding across the roof, full speed, but not expecting a goblin from above. Oh no! No! Again.
Remember me?
Yeah, again, like over the head, like start to struggle, and then Levin's just going to run because he now knows what the kind of thing is. The fight is behind.
Follow the giant Jackson.
Yeah, so he will. Is command 60 feet, Jax?
I know, but I can find out for you.
I think I got it here.
Good
Yeah,
old
60
command.
feet, too far. Too far.
Sprint, sprint, sprint. Catch up a bit.
Yeah, he's gonna charge after. So charging down this the length of the courtyard sort of area, this stabling block. Is that my beard?
Yeah.
Fantastic. They will. What are they going to do?
It's a good question.
They are going to try and break this grapple again.
Hey, let's go.
Go.
21.
Fuck! Blind. They.
Yeah.
They turn in their blindness, carry on running, but they run. If we're saying north is out of the paddock towards the gates, they turn west. So they literally turn and run off of the roof. They.
You know,
I literally yell into the ear. I've taken down gangs bigger than you.
They roll a natural 1 on their dexterity save. They
Oh,
fall
crap.
from the roof.
Oh crap!
They take. Could you make me a dexterity saving throw also, please, as you tumble from the roof with them?
I've taken down gangs bigger than you. Oh, more point. Natural 1.
You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall from the roof.
How did you only roll 3 for you but 10 for Erwin? How is that fair?
They fall on top.
They do a backflip, so they.
Yeah, they
see
stumble.
that.
They don't even realise where the roof is. They fall like this. Erwin's on the front. So when they come down, they kind of, the legs kind of fold over.
I'm too busy gloating. I've taken gangs than you, and then look up and see like the foot go. Oh no!
They are off the roof, prone on the floor.
Oh,
It is Charlie's go. Charlie will swoop down, and he will. What will Charlie do? I think Charlie will try and grapple them. So Charlie versus.
I couldn't teleport.
So 12 versus. Oh, it's going to be disadvantage.
13.
So Charlie gets plus nothing on his strength. Charlie tries to grapple them. They kick him off, and they still got some fight in them somehow. Kills. Your go.
How far away from them am I?
You will be with a move because they've just turned sideways. You can probably be within about 60, I think.
Okay.
If you kept moving alongside them, didn't you, as they were running
Yeah.
off the roof? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm within 60 feet.
I think you're probably about there. Yeah. We'll say you.
Damn it.
Why? What do I want to do?
Nothing. I will run at them.
You want to get up close?
Yeah.
Personal.
Ooh. Okay. So you're within 30 feet of them with your run. Yeah.
You're going to dash and move to 60 and be at them, but
Yeah.
use your act.
You're within. If you're within 60, you can move and you'll be within 30.
Okay.
You'll be at 30. Sorry. What are you trying to do?
I don't know.
Tell us.
See, this is the thing.
Explain to your DM. What would you like to do?
I'd have to move up again, wouldn't I? I'd have to dash up to them to be
To
right
get-
up.
in the grill.
at them.
In the grill, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll do that.
Okay. Up to the grill,
Yeah.
right next to them. They are prone on the floor. So yeah, this is
Yeah.
Oh, and you were prone also, Owen. Sorry.
Oh
'cause-
my god.
Oh really?
Yeah. Just for
Yeah,
your
yeah.
information.
You're all sitting there looking at the sky going,
Mum's asking, do we want some?
That's disgusting. That's an abomination. Jax, it's your turn. There's just cheese and this is why Ireland is a bit strange. Tato, which is an Irish brand of crisps. Have you ever had a Tato crisp?
No,
T-A-Y T-A-T
T-A-Y-T-O, so Tato.
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 I don't know if you can see. Cheese and onion chocolate
Oh, lovely.
with real
That
crisp
sounds
pieces
horrid.
in it.
No, that's
really horrible.
no, that sounds like good.
I tell you what, my favourite thing in the
Tato
world
crisps
is
are good though.
cheese and onion crisps with chocolate orange. Like, yeah, Terry's chocolate orange segment in between two cheese and onion crisps and just eat
Right.
it. It's amazing. Sorry.
Not
Jackson
doing
are
that.
lovely.
So I think I'm 30 feet away at the moment, so I can close that, and I'm big. So can I get to them and then
Sit on them.
Knock them out. The unconscious person cannot teleport.
I kind of want to pick him up by the hood, like. No, well, possibly yes. I haven't thought that through. It might just take the cape away from
That
them.
would probably help.
And then, yeah, if I can sort of, look at them and be like, why are you running away? And I will prepare an action. If they try and run away, I will punch them.
I want to be your friend.
Let's have a strength.
It reminded me of when he said, "Why are you running away?" It was that little girl in Finding Nemo,
Yeah.
where she's like shaking the fish.
Wake up, Mr. Fishy! Yeah.
Are we grappling?
Yeah, grappling.
Sorry, that's just the way
I
you
was
said
thinking,
it
actually,
then.
I was just thinking the comic book of Asterix, and it's Obelix got one of the Romans and going.
18.
You have them.
Naturally.
They're groggly, and you say, "Why are you running away?" Like,
Can I actually see them now?
yeah, green hair, slight features.
As in an elfy person?
Yeah, some sort of elfin person. Yeah. The ears are a little bit wrong, but
Half elfin.
I know the only ones I could think of that had funky colour hair were the fairy goths.
oh yeah, the fairy goths from the Fae world. No, these don't. They're not them.
Okay.
I love how those fairies have become the fairy goths. Like,
They were pretty gothy.
yeah, they were.
It's like the Visigoths and the Invisigoths.
Straight out of Slimelight.
Oh yeah. Simon
Yeah, that's a
Slime
long
right
time
there.
ago.
But when you shake them, they say. What do they say? They make some sort of sound like that, and then
Why are you not attempting to make that sound?
I didn't need to.
Human soundbox here, how you doing?
Yeah, I was out DM.
I'll just be leaving now.
They tried to make some sort of speech, but the fear is the thing that's driving them, and they can see Killian out the corner of their eye, who they're still afraid of at this point as well.
Until you took damage.
Yeah, they took
Oh
damage.
no, they took
so
damage.
they're
They're
not-
not scared. Don't they get just to retry the saving throw, or is it
No, just-
they're not frightened anymore?
I don't know.
It sounds very much like turning undead, and it's like as soon as you take damage, it's off.
Unafraid of the target becomes frightened of you for 1 minute or until it takes any damage, repeating the saving
No,
throw.
they haven't
ending on
repeated the saving
success.
throw. So what is the saving throw?
14, no.
No, they're still afraid of Killian.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're quite afraid of every. They were scared of everybody, but especially of Gillian approaching. stalking up, wisps of darkness coruscating beneath your palms that you've just shot Erwin with. What are you going to interrogate? What are we going to do here?
I mean, if they're going to stop running and we can talk to them, I'm happy to stop running and talking to them. If they're going to start running away again, I'm going to try and punch them.
Okay. All right. Cool. Erwin, it is your turn.
I am with Jax on that.
It's your turn.
So,
You kind of laying.
So look
beside
up,
him.
roll over, look up at Charlie, and go, Charlie,
Yes,
find Lord Levin.
he's there.
Okay, good. Have we got him?
Jackson's holding him by the hood. Them by the hood right now.
Go team.
Yes, I think we did it.
I'm
Owen.
gonna go lay down. So, okay.
Charles was going to say, what would Charles do? Oh, see.
I'm going to go
Oh,
lay
the
down.
necklace. They got a necklace.
Yeah,
of
he
a
can't do
wooden
anything because
tree.
it's not his turn.
Whose turn is it?
Necklace, wooden tree.
It's Owen's turn. So, Owen, are you standing up
So,
or are you laying
No,
down?
I'm good. I'm good.
It's just 'cause-
Owen's like, I'm done.
I'm dead.
I'm done.
Okay, Levin then.
I literally
will
headbutt the
approach.
pavement. I am not enough. Ringing in the ears.
Yeah.
It's comfy here. I like it here.
So this is nice.
The world's not spinning as much.
Literally.
Literally took 1/3 of my hit points in like that blow to the ground. It's like, ow.
There we go.
Ah!
I'm just trying to find the thing I've got to roll. Levin walks out and in a booming voice says to the individual,
Stay.
And do they?
and they begin to fight and try and break Jax's grapple upon them.
Don't teleport. Don't teleport.
26.
You still have them.
You didn't even need to finish saying it. It was 20. Yeah.
Well, it's because I've got my frost rune triggered. I then add an extra 2 to all the checks, and because I'm big, I get advantage. So I should be good on grapple fronts for a while.
That's
Afterward.
good to know.
Um,
Oh my god. Look.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
The dog just looks insane. Charlie will walk to them, and he walks up and he just touches them on the eyes
Oh. Uh-oh.
and says,
Look. Well, rather, don't look. This will make it rather difficult for you to run. Jackson has you now. I know you can't see. We have you surrounded. I suggest in the you pack it in, basically.
Who do you work for? Why did you run? You knew me when you saw me.
yeah, we're just going to finish this round with Killian. So it's your...
Okay, it's all right, my bad.
yeah, it's all right. And you can go into that and do that, because I think this is going to be the final thing. I just want Kills to get like the end of the round, and then we'll
Okay,
out of initiative.
the last word.
Yeah,
Come on, Killian.
the last thing.
Sorry, I just took a photo of what I was laughing at
I know.
and put it in Discord.
That's cool. And
Sorry. Right, so
Jackson has him. The eyes are not focusing because Charlie's tapped them on the eyes and blinded them.
Okay. Well, I can't really do anything, can I? Though?
You can
talk to them.
You can begin the questioning if you wish.
Yeah, but they're terrified of me.
They are.
Even better.
They help.
Yeah.
But if they're blinded, they can't see me.
They can hear. So you with dragon
Yeah,
fear,
it's
by
see or hear, isn't
well,
it?
fear is actually only in visual range, but because I think you did it with dragon fear, which was a vocal thing, I think hearing range would.
Yeah, it actually says on it.
Yeah, I know anything see or hear, but the term, the wording for fear for frightened only says see, but I'm going to allow hear as well because
it says
it makes
can
sense.
Hear or see you.
Because you did it by sound, and they were already
Yeah.
blinded, wrapped underneath the cape that Erwin had pinned them under.
Yeah,
So they
that's
know
why
you.
I did
They're afraid of the sound of you.
Okay, so in the same voice that I used to do the dragon fear thing, I asked them, why did they run?
They kind of manoeuvre their neck a little bit so that they can speak
Breathe.
and
They can
breathe a
breathe,
little bit, and
yeah.
they say, "Oh yes, we ran from it all. We ran from the fire. We ran from them. They're insane."
Who?
The Dove's men.
And who's we?
The other technicians.
Technicians?
That's what it calls us.
Technicians for what? What do you do?
The various treatments and services that we provided all days.
And what do you mean they're insane? Did they start the fire?
They locked the doors with everybody inside.
Yeah.
They shut all the windows
Yeah.
with everybody inside. They lit,
Get to it, chop, chop, let's go. What happened?
they lit the building and they went into the sewers.
They burnt everyone alive.
They tried to burn us all. Many escaped. It's a lucky one, I guess. But-
So why did you run from us?
Now, I was in their employee. I was in their employ. And I know that the rumours have been flying around that people matching your description were the ones that to stop the fire. And you would be investigating it, and I ran. I fear it for my life.
Erwin? Matt's got weird glowy lights behind his head.
It's his chair.
No. The light keeps changing on the ceiling. It's
It was
re-
right up there. Turned it off.
No, on Matt's, I think it is.
yeah, on Matt's.
Oh. Oh, he's haunted. It's fine. It's just a ghost.
Cool.
Yeah, so this person is being held up aloft by them. They have told you that they are in the employ of the Dove.
Yeah.
Um,
And
Tuckton.
I kind of gesture to Erwin and I'm like,
Lord.
Erwin? Because he's a lot more
Lord.
sensitive in the matter and I'm not at
You'll
all.
kill him.
Lord Levin.
Yeah.
Lord Levin.
Yes.
Do you know somewhere we can put this person to keep him safe?
I do indeed. We have chambers that will disallow any of that tricksy business.
They tried to cover up their tracks, burn everyone who couldn't tell them anybody about anything. Regardless of what he's done in the past, he's in danger now.
You wish me to protect this individual?
He'll be tried for crimes equal to what he's done. But for now, yes, I want him protected.
Oh, are you thinking like bait? Like we could use this person to like catch bigger people?
Jackson, I want to gut him like a fish, to be honest. But
this individual was like watching this conversation happen, like looking in the face of this half-orc. Bait! I don't want to be bait.
And then gutted like a fish.
Gutted like a fish. Protection. Lord Levin.
Not help. That won't help us. What's your name?
They bow their head. They say,
Please give it like a sea-related name. That would be hilarious.
no.
Seeing as Owen wants to gut it like a fish.
No. Moss. The name's Verdant Moss.
Verdant moss.
Yeah, Verdant Moss.
Why not? I love it.
Is it a male or female?
You can't tell, really.
Mm-hmm. Young male,
indescript fayness. Nondescript. Effeminate, delicate features.
But
Long
most
green
fae
hair.
do.
Yeah, so I don't mind. I'm not going to date it, so I don't care. It's irrelevant to me. So
We shall hold them if you wish us to.
Mr. Moss, let's understand one thing.
Yeah.
What happens here is very much dependent on you being as open and honest and forthcoming as you possibly can. The more you hide, the worse it will go for you. If you start finding out things that you and yours may have done that you didn't tell us of in advance,
I think
you'd wish I will make sure that before I die of old age that you suffer every day until then.
a persuasion check with advantage, if you'd like.
Bloody hell, Erwin.
Watch me get two ones. Well, 13 and 3, so 14 in total.
They are very shaken up by this whole experience. Their escape attempt did not occur. There's a dragonborn that they're petrified of the sound of. They're blind. They say, I will cooperate as much as I can. As much as I know, what I know is yours to know.
Thank you.
There was a way,
like it.
a way beneath to get under, beneath and come out in different parts of the city. Using from beneath all days. I worked at one of the rooms with the herbs and tinctures and oils and scents and the plants and things like that, and I would provide people with experiences based on my knowledge of the forest, and that was my role. But
you heard things and saw people come and go.
I'd like a list of names.
Of
Who was in
course.
charge of what? Who's responsible for what?
It always
You
came.
said they locked you in. You worked with them.
Tacton.
Even if they didn't speak to you, you would have heard their names. I would like those names.
It was always Tacton. Tacton was the one.
You saw him
Yeah.
often.
Yeah. Yes, and felt a number of times his displeasure.
Did he ever seem like a different person? Did his personality change?
Always angry. Far more mad than any bird folk that I have ever come across. A deeper rage.
No shit.
Lord Levin,
Yes.
can I leave this man with you to take him back? I don't think it's safe for you to be. I don't think it's safe for you to be here either. For now.
I would hope that the guard would be here soon enough. And almost as you hear that, you hear like the ringing of the guard bell, and the kind of clatter of armour comes stomping round the outside. They're kind of bursting through, and then there's individuals being hauled into the alleyway, and then there's still a few just kind of like who have not somehow escaped the fighting, just sort of trying to sneak off, still holding their stein of
The
ale.
locals. Oh, a fight is it? I'm just hey,
Like riding it like a
yeah, like it's a Saturday night.
like a well-trained sailor on a rough sea, still keeping drink aloft, and the gates are kind of opened at the far end, and there is a wagon brought in and certain individuals are tied and bound and kind of led onto the back of this thing that are going to be led off to some sort of cooling off
Drunk house.
time, the drunk house type sort of situation, and Levin has a few words with individuals and says, keep an eye on this one. They have more power than you might expect for one so slight, and they put them on, and as you walk out and sort of follow the cart as it leads back round, and you kind of are deeper now towards the underarch, you proceed towards the epicenter of the fire, and
Surprise, surprise.
the buildings all around, gradually there's less of them, and you get to this moment where you created that fire break and there's the few standing. You walk a block and a half beyond that, and you look down, and it's as though you're looking down upon a map of the sewer that you were in, almost like you've got a bird's eye view as the floor has collapsed in and filled that space where you were, and as you peer off to the distance you can see that described where you would be geographically. Erwin, you would know that the burning seems to have centred on the point of all days.
Okay.
Right.
I get my daggers out
Mm-hmm.
and I just lean down to Erwin and I say, so, who are we going after?
I think there's a certain wagoneer. There's a certain wagoneer out there who's going to have a very long conversation.
And I think that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Thank you very much, everybody, for some chasey, runny fun times.
And I didn't suck. It was amazing.
Yeah.